Hi there, Ian Wright here. Saturday, live meditation today. I'm going to try something new. It's a blue moon today, and Samhain, the Celtic New Year, where the veil is thin. An interesting time. So before we kind of start, I'm just going to talk about my online courses. I'm not going to talk about them for long. Just say if you go via the website, the Dynamics of Stillness website, you'll get access to there's three different online courses, and they're all pretty individual. They're quite very new, different from anything I've ever kind of come across before. The anxiety breaks, the stillness practice, and the cranial pediatrics, which is for practitioners. But if you go onto that, you'll get me talking about each of the courses for about half an hour, so really into the detail. Anyway, I won't talk about that anymore. So today we're going to try something. We're going to try and see if we can get an experience, a feeling sense of something called the tide. And it's something that we work with in my profession when we're working with patients, but it's something that actually we can all have access to. And I remember the first time I ever was teaching this to people on Dynamics of Stillness courses who weren't practitioners. One of the ladies I remember, she always said that this is our birthright, is to feel this, and this great tide. And I'm just going to give you a little introduction to it. It's this. What we're going to be feeling is this slow breathing fluid field, and it comes from a stillness which is on the horizon, and from the stillness comes motion, and the motion is like this mist, and you have it in your feeling sense. You don't see it. It's nice to do it in nature, but you don't need to. You can do it anywhere, and it's like a tide, a fluid electromagnetic field. It's incredibly healing. It's the Bushmen of the Kalahari would call it the story on the wind, and these little Bushman guys would have a strong connection to that, and through it they could sense wild animals miles and miles away, well out of vision. They could feel them on this because it connects you to nature. It slows down your natural rates in your body into this quiet, still place with motion in it. And it connects you with everything, with nature. And the Tibetans called this the winds of the vital forces. And it has this kind of great organizing and healing force within it. And we're just going to I'm not going to talk about it in too much in detail. We're just going to try and feel it. This field breathes us and connects us. And this is what we're doing. This is a restorative practice which helps restore our energy. And also it's incredibly healing if we can get a feeling sense of it. So that's what we're going to try here. And in my stillness practices, I do a lot of work with this where we develop it and look at it in much more detail. But this is just an introductory feeling sense thing that we're going to try here. So just allow yourself to arrive. Come here. Be here right now. So we are where our attention is. Wherever our attention is, we live. And so if we can bring our attention to here, now. Close your eyes and just allow your hearing to bring you into the now, this moment. So just focus your hearing on my words, but also behind my words. What are the sounds that are in the background? Is it the road, or is it children playing, or someone cooking, or birds going to sleep, saying their last evensong? Allow your attention to hear my words and to hear the quietness that's between each word. And just allow yourself to settle into your body, to kind of rest into your body. You don't have to sit completely straight, just rest a little bit. Allow your body to rest. We very rarely allow ourselves to rest in the moment, to be in the moment. And allow any thoughts and feelings come and go, any noise, that's fine. Just bring your attention back to my words and the quiet and the silence which is in the gaps between the words. And slowly everything starts to kind of settle. It's like water in a glass. If you sit quietly and rest, it starts to settle and to become clear. And there's little fluctuations, that's fine. But slowly it settles and quietens. So what we're going to do here is we're going to allow our attention to go out. Do it in your feeling world. Your eyes can be closed. Allow your attention to go right out slowly. Let it breathe out right to the horizon. Now it can be a horizon in one direction or the horizon everywhere around the curve of the earth. And at the horizon there is a stillness. And let your attention stay with that quiet that's on the horizon. Just let it be with that stillness that's there. It's already there. There. And slowly from that stillness arises movement. And that movement is like a slow electromagnetic field or like a mist. And you can only feel it. It's in a feeling sense, and it slowly comes towards you. And as it comes towards you, you feel it. You actually feel it on your skin. It's like a gentle fluid field that breathes you. It breathes you and connects you. Connects your stillness to the stillness on the horizon. And it infuses you. And this is the tide. This is the great tide. And it's there for everybody. It's just so subtle that we don't feel it. But also we have to be in a quiet place to feel it. And then it starts to leave. Like it comes in. It lasts, it's nearly a minute as on its approach. And then it goes back to the horizon. Slowly breathes out like a slow, rhythmic tide. There it is, back to the horizon. And we wait with the stillness on the horizon. You often take a breath when it comes back, and it feels like you become connected with everything. You become part of everything again. And this is why the Bushmen, when they came into towns, lost their connection with the wind and became very distressed. and we become part of nature. We become one with it. It's so important. So from stillness comes motion, and that motion creates us in the moment. It informs us, breathes us. It's healing. And if you can't get a feeling, because it's very subtle, a feeling sense of that the first time you try, just try this a few times and you'll get it. It's on the edge of your feeling sense. But once you feel it, you normally feel the changes when the tide comes in or when it goes out. When you feel it, once you can feel it, you'll know it. And once you know it, you can develop an increasing connection to this tide. And at moments, say when you're washing up or cleaning and everything goes quiet, it's often preceded by a sense of stillness. It naturally comes, and then you suddenly feel this tide coming in. And it's beautiful. It's beautiful and connecting, and it's the stuff of life. It's nature, and it's incredibly important to reconnect us to life, especially now. So if you didn't get a feeling sense of that the first time, just try this again. Try it a couple of times. Or if you want to develop more with regards to techniques and practices around this, my stillness practices has a lot of work on this. So I think next time we're going to explore this quantum field a bit more, this field of multiple potentials, this idea of everything as wave before it downloads into particles, this potential to create anything possible, this field of possibilities, which is this quantum world that we actually live in. And I think we'll explore that next meditation. I wish you well and stay safe right now. And the more you practice, the more you spend time with stillness, the more you spend time connecting to the tide, the better you'll feel. And the more hopeful, hopefully, and the less anxious. And I wish everybody well. And we will speak next week.